General
Maybe.
opinion is I thought it was great. They did.
Okay, good.
The only thing I didn't like was
Okay.
they did some like.
Star Wars,
Shush.
Legends of the
It's not
Force.
even a. Oh my
Episode
goodness.
3,
It's just-
Chapter 2. The Block Party.
Wait, is the recording started? Recording hasn't started yet,
Much-
I don't think.
Hesitation.
Recording is started.
Our heroes. Okay. Our heroes have decided to offer their aid to the mysterious Delphian. In a quest to test the veracity of his claims, they travel to the planet of Ventuine to look for a Sith artifact. After a few complications, they have managed to learn that the artifact is likely in the possession of Garu Block. He is hosting a large gala at his mansion tomorrow evening, which provides the perfect opportunity. With the assistance of Lexa Scarlet, an employee at the mansion, our heroes quietly plan their next move, trying to avoid Sith attention.
Yes, trying to avoid Sith attention without, slaughtering an entire bar because two people decided to have a gang war in the middle of it.
Okay, I would
Hey, I
like to
didn't.
specify something
No
before
one,
we
no
start.
one got killed.
Yes.
I want my character to turn around and get on the ship if possible.
The ship was locked when you were there at the end of last session.
Okay, I will call and ask how to get on the ship. I need to put something on it.
Okay, so everyone is heading back to Lexa's apartment, and Pakaz calls someone on the comm links.
Man, we got too deep into that sidetrack. My brain is still buzzing with all that. Ah.
Can anyone tell me how to get on the ship? I need to drop off some of my stuff in there.
Where
hear
have
over
you-
the comms, everyone?
Okay, Delphian will ask you, where have you been, Pakaz? And we need the locking mechanism that I have with me in order to unlock the ship, so you can't get on without me.
I had
Really?
some- I'll join you though. Yeah, it'd be better if I could put away some of the stuff on the ship and carry it around a little bit more than I would like to.
You're really gonna be stopped by a few locks?
Do I hear the Jedi talking to himself?
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are you guys? I'll join you until we can get on the ship, but I really need to drop some stuff in there as soon as possible if you don't mind.
Does someone want to tell Pakaz where we are?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I know, right?
I can't, so the decision's not up to me.
Well, I mean, you don't really have to tell. You can just say that he tells me where you are in the city and how to get there, and then gloss over it. But
Well, yeah, no. I'm just trying to decide whether or not I want to. Yeah, hey, Jack, I'll tell them where they are.
Okay, so by this point it's like probably 9 or 10 at night. So as you guys are walking along sort of the dimly lit streets, are you guys trying to hide in the shadows, or are you guys just walking down the sidewalk? Or what is everyone looking like as they're walking down the street?
yeah, thinking about that, I'm gonna hide. Invisible.
I'm trying to blend in and walk home like I normally do, just kind of trying to be like no one special, although now I have a train behind me, but I'm trying my best to keep up appearances.
Aelin is trying to be stealthy.
If everyone's trying to be stealthy, I guess Kalani will try too, for whatever that's worth.
There are different
Giant
types of
cat.
stealth. There's blending in, and then there's not being seen, and which type are you? There's one that's better at this in this situation, but I'm not going to spill the beans.
Yeah,
Whatever
Ajax,
that is, I don't think that's good.
Yeah, Ajax not gonna try and hide because Mandalorian armor, but he's not. He's gonna try and make it look so that make it not look like he's following Scarlet, but just happening to be walking in the same direction.
Maybe I shouldn't leave the group ever again.
Okay, so before Pakaz gets to you guys are walking down the street, and you come across a very large skyscraper that looks to be like over 100 stories tall. And this is the building that Lex's apartment is in. So she has a card key that gets her into the building. And her apartment is like on the 50th floor.
Perfect.
I mean, I have a way to deal with that. But...
Is there any ways you can buzz us all in separately?
Do you say that to me, or?
Yeah.
Hey, person
yeah,
who I'm
ask
actually
you.
not following and just happen to be walking this direction, let me ask you a question.
Because I was just planning on buzzing you all in and just being like, I have my own plans if something happens, but.
Yeah, no, Ajax will see oh, we're here now, so they're gonna have to go up together, so he would have gotten closer. He was just trying to look not following E on the way there, but since they're there already.
Okay, good. Then I'm gonna open the door and be the last one in.
Okay, are you guys going to wait for Pakaz to show up?
I don't know anything about him, so. I just open the door and kind of look at them all.
Aelin will slip in first. As far as he goes, Pakaz just appears out of nowhere anyways with space magic, so it don't matter.
Yeah, Ajax will go in because the longer they stand outside, the more conspicuous it'll be.
Looks like we're going in.
I mean, if you're wearing your armor, it's already conspicuous.
And I'm a giant cat.
Reasonably less conspicuous.
Okay, well, as you all walk inside, you see that this isn't the main entrance of the building, but it's a pretty large entrance, and there's a foyer area that has multiple turbo lifts. And there are people in there just milling around, doing general things. But no one seems to take undue attention and notice of you.
Alright, once everyone's inside, wordlessly, I'm going to go to the turbolifts and usher them to follow and take the left up to my room.
And you all follow her?
Yep.
Aelin will nod as he passes by her and says, "Thank you, Loss."
I check for traps. I'm gonna look to make sure no one is following us or anything looks suspicious.
I trapped the elevator before he came. This is on my plan.
Everyone roll initiative!
Hooky! Wait, the tokens aren't out there. They're not gonna go.
Because is unaffected again.
You don't see any traps.
Yay for low rolls, am I right?
Man, this is going to be easier than I thought.
Aelin is just keeping an eye out for anything suspicious, trying to make sure there's no traps, and nothing against you, Alexa, but it's only been the first night and he knows nothing about you. You're still considered an asset to be investigated.
Feelings mutual. It's okay.
And Kalani is Kalani. She generally keeps an eye out on most things. She's a cat.
Exception is she's got a furball.
Okay, so everyone is now let into Lexa's room. Assuming Lexa wants to let you in.
Yeah, once again, I make sure they go in first and then follow in from behind. Although this time, before I go into my room, I want to check the hallway just to see if there's anyone noticing us or paying attention.
Do you want to? Okay. Yeah, you see there's only one other person in the hallway, but they're just sort of walking generally down the hallway.
Are they a neighbor I recognize?
No.
Okay.
And everyone goes inside the apartment and stands in silence.
Sorry, I was just making note of that.
Oh, that's okay.
So yeah, everyone goes in and I just say, make yourselves at home. Go ahead, sit down, whatever. I'm gonna go into my bedroom to change. I prefer if you not go in there, but the rest of the house, go ahead. And I go in to change out of my cooking attire.
I'll look around and find a seat.
Let me know when I get to the locked front door.
I was about to say, you get there shortly.
I will come to my cousin and be like, oh yeah, because we couldn't wait for you. It was gonna be too suspicious waiting outside, so we went ahead and went up. I give him the room number.
I'm like, how do I get in?
Well, maybe we can buzz you in or something. We'll figure it out.
Fine,
Please
I'll
hold.
wait in an alley somewhere nearby. Buzz me when you can get me in.
So do you walk up to the door, Pikaz, or do you just immediately walk to an alley?
I mean, I imagine I've hit the door as he's telling me this, and I've seen that it's sort of locked. Otherwise, I wouldn't have said that. I would have waited until I realized the door was locked.
Well, you see that there's like a touch display panel on the side of the door that has like a list of like a registry of names on it.
Okay, so then I would amend what I said to, whose apartment am I going to? There's a pad here with a list of names.
Yeah, Lexus Scarlet.
Ah, okay. One moment. And then I go find an alley and find somewhere where no one's looking and there's no cameras or anything to depot, because that would be weird in the front of the building.
Little kill just appears in front of the door. Whoosh.
Doorman says nothing. Typical day in the land of Jedi and Sith.
Okay.
And then I go and I press the button with her name on it.
Okay, a video screen next to the inside of the door in her apartment pops up with Bakaza's video on it.
Yeah, Jack will walk
Imagine-
over to it.
Hello.
I imagine it's like a doorbell. Do I hear it?
Yeah.
Then I come out dressed.
I mean, is it aimed at typical human height? Or is it just getting the top of my head and a little bit of my staff?
Auto size, maybe?
Yeah, it has like some limited AI, so it zooms in on you.
As I come out, I say, "Who's at the door?"
The last member of our party, he was off doing some other business.
Who is he?
You see me tapping on the screen outside with my
Well,
staff.
he's a kill, but he's a force user. He's helped us out of a couple tight binds.
Force user?
I have my eye up to the camera.
He's not officially a Jedi, but
hello.
he's kind of been more of our lucky charm, so to say.
Oh boy.
You'll hear Pikazu's voice say, "Hello," come out of the video speaker.
Am I gonna have to climb the side of the building or something?
Ugh, no, fine, let him in.
He's a bit more than a lucky charm. It's just that's the easiest
I
place.
think
to
Kalani is laughing in character.
No, we don't need any more attention than the train I came in and then having something. No, just let him in. This is going to be an interesting day.
Oh, you have no
Oh.
idea.
Aelin just sits there and nods. That's about right.
It's the green button on the bottom.
Hey, Jack will push it.
And I also ask for directions on how to get to the room from, the lobby. Because I have no clue.
Give him
For
the-
anyone's general information, it's like up the turbo lift, and then there are 2 turns that you have to take down the hallway before you can get to our
Yeah,
apartment.
but I mean, how am I gonna know what floor? Or...
Well, they tell you that.
I just told you.
But
Okay,
that's just generally how it
I go
is.
in and go up.
Tell him when he gets to my door to knock 3 times, just so we can be certain it's him.
Relay the message.
I go up and then I knock 3 times.
I nod to the Mandalorian to let him in.
And I will open the door.
By this time, my sword is kind of off to the side against a bookshelf, but I do have my gun on my hip. And as the Kel comes in, I look at the rest of you and just say, "Is that it? Or are there more unexpected guests I should be expecting?"
That's everyone. Yep, for sure.
All right. Well, I think it's time we restarted introductions. Why don't you go first, and then I'll explain what I am.
Aelin is just staring at Kalani, waiting for her to go first.
Kalani Starfire, Jedi.
Okay, shortest introductions ever then. Alright. My name is Ajak Bjorn. Mandalorian, obviously, if you couldn't tell. Working with the Republic right now because I'm looking for information and a little bit of payback from the Sith. And we're here because that guy over there, Dell, had some sort of fancy force vision that led us here to try and stop some sort of Sith plot. So we're checking it out, and if it doesn't pan out, well then we'll just continue ignoring him, and I'm gonna go my own way, and everyone else will. But for the moment, we're kind of a band of random people grouped together to try and stop something that he says is happening, and we're gonna find out if it's happening. And that was really vague, but that's how I feel about this mission right now.
What the Mandalorian says is about through, lass. By the way, I'm Alan Koeth, if the music was too loud earlier. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Right now, just a spacer, but I have been with Republic Security before. And, let's just say I'm not a big fan in certain circles. At least in certain circles on certain parts of, say, Hutta and Nar Shaddaa, shall we say.
I look at the Kel.
Because traveling mechanic. Anyone care to tell me exactly what's happened while I was away?
Well, probably fair if I went then. I should probably reintroduce myself. My name is Lexa Scarlet, but those of you who've spent any time around Coruscant in recent years might know me by a different name. There I am called the Scarlet Hunter. I'm a bounty hunter, exclusive to the Republic. Currently I'm on this planet tracking down a particularly infamous thief, who I believe will be later stealing from the Block household. I'm trying to capture him before he, or after, doesn't really matter, just at some point when he shows his face.
That was to see if Aelin had actually ever heard of her.
I'm gonna say no. You haven't gone near Coruscant a lot, I don't think.
Yeah, Coruscant's not one of the places he would have gone, but he still hear a lot of things in Nar Shaddaa, so just making sure. And I figured he probably wouldn't have. He hasn't been to Coruscant in good heavens forever, if at all. I think. Yeah, I think it's if at all. I think he's been mostly on Nar Shaddaa.
At any rate, if what you are saying is true, that there's some galaxy impending danger and you guys are some sort of guardians for it, well...
Because laughs.
Exactly. It's a bit much.
Aelin looks over at Delphrin. As far as I know, we're not any guardians of the universe, but last... I'm just trying to figure out if this particular gentleman is telling the truth or not. If he's not, then he's going to be answering a few questions to the Republic Council, or at least to the Republic Senate.
Yeah, well, one thing he did do is lead us to you. He directed us to that bar, said we'd be able to find someone that could help us get into the gala. So, well, I guess you haven't said that you can help us or not, but we have gotten farther than we have with anyone else, so we're looking for some sort of ancient Sith Jedi artifact thing as I understand it, Del, that's going to lead us to another artifact that is the thing that's actually dangerous. But the Sith are also looking for it, so we have to beat them to it.
I kind of frown and look at Del. How do you know anything about me?
Yeah, a bit forthcoming to someone we've just met.
Adele will look at you and say, well, I'm afraid I don't really know that much about you, if anything. See, I foresaw all these things in visions. That's where I have seen the destruction of the galaxy. And I use my far-seeing abilities in the Force. And I saw that we could get help if we went to the cantina. And this is what the help turned out to be.
I have heard of things like this, but it doesn't mean that I trust the source. And if it is true, then again, we're telling all this to a stranger.
A stranger who's sheltering you for the night. Which I still don't even know why.
Yeah, so you're looking for some sort of
Indeed.
thief, but do you know who the thief is?
Calls himself the Hornet, a Zabrak man. I don't know his true name, only his alias. But I know that the block is his next target. I may have played up a little bit before Ayland when we were in that conversation. The party that is being happening, it's not quite as big of a deal. I was just trying to fish you out. It's more of a small gathering of friends. But I do believe that they are notable, and he does have a tendency to show off his enormous collection.
I saw that, lass. It's actually quite fair to assume that you would keep something back at least.
Well, my point is, do you know what he's trying to steal? Is he a thief for hire, or is he just a thief that sells things to the highest bidder?
How much information do I have on him?
You mainly just have what the Republic gave you in the bounty contract. But you've looked up some stuff on his past attempts, and it seems like he just tries to steal things that are worth a lot of money. But you don't have any information on whether he's been able to successfully sell them or not.
He's more just like your typical thief. Looks for the most expensive item and sells it where he can. Obviously, he hasn't been too careful because I know his name and the Republic has sent me after him. Don't know exactly what, and I don't really care. If the Republic says he needs to be captured, then I do it. Get my credits and go home. Currently, he's my target. Now, if you're wanting to steal this relic from Block, I don't believe he's a Republic citizen, so I don't have much issue with it, and it's not my mission. But I could probably get you into his house. Of course, I would require some aid on your half, something with which we can bargain.
Well, we don't actually have to steal the artifact. We just need to be able to examine it in private.
Ah, well, then helping me would help you enormously.
If what he's saying is true about the artifact, then it's better just to get rid of it permanently. Even if we examine it.
Well, I don't particularly care what's your business, but what I can tell you is that rich people are very thankful when someone stops them from being stolen from. Now, as I said, I have a bit of a reputation. If you help me catch this Hornet, perhaps Block will be grateful enough to allow you to see his collection, especially if you inform him of this world impending doom. But it's going to be catching Hornet that's the difficult part.
What do you know about
you
this
know
thief?
Particularly about his methods.
Not much, other than what I've told you. I've been undercover, not because I fear Block, but because I'm hoping he won't notice me until it's too late, but he hasn't shown his face yet. He's cautious. I'm guessing he's casing the place. I just haven't caught him yet. Whether it's electronically or he's just been hiding in plain sight, I'm not certain. But given the wide range of your abilities, that might be something you are capable of doing.
I figure if it helps you out and it helps us ascertain the truth to our particular mission here, I could see us helping you, at least myself, if nothing else. A thief like that needs to be caught.
Here's my proposal. I just care about the money I'm going to receive at the end of this. So, you let me take Hornet in, I get the credits, and I let you take the credit for taking in Hornet. You can make a big show of it, you can make it look like you've done some heroic deed, I don't care. Whatever you need to make Block eternally grateful and get him to show off his collection to you. That way you can get in without stepping on toes and you look like heroes at the same time.
Well, how are we supposed to catch him robbing someone if we can't get inside the building to begin with? I guess you have an in. We're supposed to stake out outside in case you flush him
I
out and he
think the
tries to
best
run.
idea would be to try and figure out the best way to get in the first place and watch as many of those as possible.
In should be fairly easy. I wasn't lying earlier. Block is still hiring kitchen staff. The same way I got in. Just hire on. Kitchen, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But if you can get in disguised, we should have mostly free reign of at least all service areas. And maybe a few of the dining rooms. But, as I said, you all seem to have a wide range of skills. I don't think moving from the kitchen to more secure areas should be that difficult for you.
Probably not.
Yeah,
As long as it's not the big.
I'm imagining everyone looked at Because.
Because presses the button on the stealth field generator for a moment.
As I suspected.
And releases it.
Two things. One, we must not appear as though we are a group. I know that is a little difficult considering what happened, but I only think one person really noticed us, if at all. The second, Hornet is a thief. He's going to expect people looking for thieves, especially at a job like this. So as long as you appear individuals and like you're searching for something, we should all be good. However, and at this point I look at Kalani and Ajak. Some of you are a bit more noticeable than the others. You might be better off as distractions. I think it would help if it was obvious someone was looking for him, and if they stayed in a certain section of the house, the rest of us could move about more freely.
Yeah, but I mean, I stand out so much, how am I supposed to get access to the house anyway?
You could always try a bodyguard.
Yeah, I thought about that, but do you know anyone who's looking for a bodyguard?
Well, I meant more accurately, you could attempt to get on block security. See if they're hiring. If not, we can work something else out.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can give that a shot, because that was my initial plan to get in anyway.
As for the rest of you, it shouldn't be that hard unless they ask you to demonstrate cooking skills, but I didn't have to, so I don't think you should. They might question you, Kalani, a little bit more than the rest of us, but I'm sure you can handle it. Is there any other questions or thoughts before we proceed?
Well, I'm assuming this all has to be taken care of tomorrow, before the event. So do you think the thief is likely to come at the event, or because he'll have some stuff out of storage? That's why you're targeting the event specifically?
That's my hope. With the event going on, things will be more secure, but other things, like you said, will be stored away. Plus, it will give him a bit of cover since the owner of the house will be busy and he'll know where he is at all times. If not, well, then I'm just going to have to wait another day, and that's going to be more difficult, but I think it should be around the party. And you are right. We need to get this settled at least early in the morning. I know that the chef comes in for work at about 6 in the morning and then leaves around 10 o'clock. So if we get there early, we should have plenty of time to get you all in. Like I said, though, it's important that we all don't look as though we are part of a group looking for hire. Come in at different periods of the day. I obviously have a shift I have to work, but the rest of you, I would say, come in between 2 and 3 hours of each other.
Kaz looks up at Kalani and says, I think the most suspicious should probably go last. That said, if we're not going back to the ship, could I leave my staff and my cloak in your apartment?
That's fine. But as I said, my room is off limits. Everything else is up to you.
Thank you. I don't really care about your room, so that will be just fine for me.
If you like, you can sleep on the couches or the floor or wherever you're comfortable.
Kaz finds a corner and sits down, Indian style. And stops moving.
Well, nothing to be done till morning. Yes. Oh, we'll see how that all works.
Right, well, if you have any questions or concerns, just knock at the door. I'll be in there. Good night, all.
Good night, lass.
Good night.
Good night. I'm still not sure about this acting stuff. I'm not a good actor, as I've demonstrated several times already.
In that case, lass, don't act. You're here as a Jedi to protect. You don't have to say that you're a Jedi, but you are here to protect, so go with that. Start with simple basics. You're here to protect.
Or be a cook.
Oh, there's that too. If you're really good at cooking, you can go for it.
Out of character perspective, what weapons aside from a lightsaber can she use? Kinda can't hide around the security with a lightsaber. A blue lightsaber.
I just got it. My real lightsaber.
But if you're a cook staff, you can just have a hidden lightsaber, am I right?
I mean, it's safer not to, but...
Kyrath, do you think Aelin would have heard of the Hornet at all?
Um, make a galactic lore check. Yes, you have heard of him. You know that he's a pretty well-known thief who's been hired by the Hut several times.
Would I happen to know any of his particular tricks to get through security?
You know that he is reported to always work alone. That's about it.
Okay, so more like he snuck through security when I wasn't on duty. Okay. Alright, in that case, Aelin will find a little corner to curl up in and snooze.
Same.
Yeah, probably the same.
Okay.
You know, this music kind of reminds me of Terrace from the game.
I think it is from Terrace.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably what. That's ambient music terror stuff.
That's what I was guessing and hinting at. There was something deep in the back of my mind was like, this is familiar. I spent many hours here hearing this, but
Many hours.
many hours.
Okay, we got some new music. Okay. It is now morning. Lex's shift starts at 8. What time were people planning on getting up in the morning?
Aelin was shooting for 6 o'clock.
I also get up right at 6.
Okay, so unless anyone wanted to get up earlier than 6, it is now 6 o'clock.
Because it's been up for a while.
My brain hurts at the idea of getting up that early.
I've gotten up
that's
early.
great.
Kalani
You
is
go
still
to sleep
sleeping.
at a decent time.
Kalani might be okay with it, but not me.
I'm in the same boat. Alexa, no problem. Me, no way.
I remember this one time I went to bed and I woke up at like 4 and it was nice, and I went to bed at a nice time and it was all nice. I wish that could happen every day.
Okay, so do you open the shutters on your windows or the tinted glass or transparent steel or whatever means of darkening the room that you have and let all the sunlight in at 6 a.m. when you get up?
No, because of paranoia, I don't want to risk someone seeing everyone in this huge party of people. So I just keep it tinted. For those of you that like to stay asleep longer, it does not brighten the room. But I do see Ayland up and just casually ask him if he'd like breakfast.
Also, for point of information, you have a small balcony outside of your apartment.
Okay.
I think you lost, but no. Not... At least not right now. Perhaps later.
Then I nod and I take my sword out to the balcony and I just kind of practice sword maneuvers out there.
And Ajax will probably wake up as people start moving around. He's used to being a light sleeper in case of combat problems, so he'll probably wake up. And he'll look at Alon and like, Alexa up.
Aye, lad, she is. She's doing a little bit of calisthenics out on the balcony.
Well, when she comes back in, give her our comm frequency and codes so she can contact us once we're inside. I'm gonna go make my way, see if I can land a security job.
Alright, lad.
Good luck.
Oh, you too. And Ayland will pull out his blaster and, like a screwdriver, and just kind of tweak with some of the settings and whatnot.
No, don't blow us up.
Okay, so before you leave, Dell asks, so what is everyone planning on doing today to get us into the mansion?
Well, we'll currently have like only one option. I was planning on heading down here in a little bit and applying for hopefully security, but I could also see about cook as well. Not that I'm particularly good, but I at least know how to boil water.
I mean, there's also wait staff and other things. So, I think the less of us that are I'm supposed to stick out, and in security I will stand out. So hopefully they'll be focused on me. We don't need more of our party as part of security, because that'll just make more of us stand out potentially.
I'm not exactly sure what I should apply for. I'm not particularly well known for cooking. I don't exactly eat solid food either, because it kind of looks from side to side like unless he's a new mechanic or something.
That is a possibility. You never know. He could be wanting to put on a fancy light show or something.
Well, I could have that planned by now, don't you think?
Because nods.
Yeah, figure with fancy light shows, yeah, but he could have had somebody quit recently or something. Yeah, last minute tech support or something would also be a possibility.
Anyway, even if not everyone
We
can
should
get
probably
inside,
try and think of a backup plan to that.
well, even if not everyone can get inside, we still having people on the outside might not be a bad thing in case the thief eludes the members inside.
I would prefer to be inside. Does he have a serving staff or anything like that that might need?
Oh, wait stuff? Probably so. That's one of the other options I was going to go for.
Well, I'm sure Lexa knows that. Anyway, I can get started so we look as separated as possible.
Alright,
Because
Ajax
wraps,
leaves.
because wraps his clothes around his staff and then sets it somewhere.
Maybe I should be the one to stay outside. Not as good with acting, not really fitting in the roles you're talking about. But I might be able to keep a decent watch outside.
are you awake, Kalani, or is that just out of character ramble?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Why is the party splitting up? Again, we just got back together.
Because it's written in our party motto over there underneath, blow everything up. Split the party up as frequently as possible.
I eventually come back in and I just kind of look around, notice that Yolanda's gone, and I just say, "You off to find work?"
Yeah, Ajax went off to find some work. Here you go. It's our call frequency and whatnot, so you can listen in and contact us if you need help or something.
Also, I'd like to make note, I'd prefer it if no one touched my staff. I don't think anyone will, but I figured I would voice it nonetheless.
Thank you. I'll write this down and put it in my comlink. It's still in my room.
Oh, no problem, Loss.
Does anyone need anything before I go in there to change? Right then. We'll see you in a moment.
Alright, Loss.
Alright, so I come back out, and then I want to leave like about half an hour before my shift starts so that I can be there on time.
Okay, the mansion is across the street from your apartment. You can actually see it from your window.
Okay, so then like 10 minutes before it starts.
Yes.
Oh, so
I'll
we're
do
in
that
the really rich part of the city.
Oh, I could have just sat up there with my rifle like a sniper on the balcony.
I mean, that would probably still be a good idea.
That's my backup plan.
We'll have to find out how your hiring goes, though.
In the meantime, I try and question Del more as he really wasn't very forthcoming as the others. And I'm not really totally clear as to his position and everything.
Okay. So, Kyler suggested that we just go in order, so we're gonna do that. So, we'll talk and see what happens with Ajak, and then we'll continue on. Because it's everyone's plan to try to get a job. Well, everyone except maybe Picasso is gonna try to do that.
Well, I'll go and see if there's a job, but I'm not sure what.
Kalani's the one.
Yeah, it's probably that's the most curious as to how to get her in there if we do.
Okay. So Ajak has walked across the street. It's on the opposite side. Like, the apartment, when you came up to it, there's like a pretty big road on the other side of it. And that's the side that the mansion is on. So, the window of Lex's apartment is on the opposite side of the door that you went into the building on.
What's Ariana's character's name again?
Lexa Scarlet.
Just real quick, before she leaves, I'll be asking her, how to seek employment with them without seeming suspicious. Like how I knew